You're listening to The Robert Hatfield Show on iTunes, Stitcher, and SoundCloud. A podcast about comedy, entertainment, pop culture, and more. Now, from the Melrose Studios in Los Angeles, California, your host, Robert Hatfield.
Hey everybody, this is Robert Hatfield with The Robert Hatfield Show. Yeah. This is my new podcast on Stitcher and iTunes. And I'm here with a guest.
Hello.
He's a good friend of mine. His name is Matt McCloskey, and he's a drummer for a band called Amadeus.
What's up, everybody?
Matt, it's been a while. Like, I haven't seen you in probably over 10 years, until recently, maybe a year ago, we reconnected.
Yeah, you've been out in California?
Yeah, I've been out there in LA. Tell me about this new band you're in. I heard the album recently, and I love it.
Yeah, so far it's been my favorite album. The stuff and the people that we have gotten now on our side, all the music that we have been putting out lately has been by far the best that I've ever heard from us.
And have you guys done any other recordings besides this full length?
We had one other CD that we put out about a year and a half ago. We put out it was called, God, it's bad. I can't even remember what the name of the album was. But after we put that out, we got working on this newest one. So, yeah, so far it's been great.
Yeah, I want to know, how did you guys meet? I mean, how did this whole thing start, from the very beginning?
Well, from the very beginning, I'll give you some pre-story and then bring you back to the now. So my guitarist Matt, I was actually over at a friend's house drumming, and a guy came over to pick up his bass guitar, and ended up that being Matt, our guitarist. He had come over, but I didn't know him this time. Came over to the friend's house to pick up a bass guitar and heard me jamming with another friend of mine. Came in and said, "Hey man, I need to test out this bass. You mind if I jam with you?" So ended up played for about an hour, and after that he had, I think at the time they were Aiden or something like that. But anyway, he asked me to come out and audition with him. He thought I'd fit right in. So from there, jammed together for about a year and a half. Even played local shows. Lillian's, for anybody out there who knows where Lillian's used to be downtown.
I love
Lakeland,
Lillian's,
right?
Yeah.
They always had some badass shows out there. But played that show, played a Battle of the Band show, and then I ended up taking about a 3-year sabbatical, going to rehab. That would either go to a year of rehab or do 3 to 5 years in the state correction facility. And so, of course, people like me, I'm not going to try to go to prison. So,
can I ask you, was this alcohol related?
It was not alcohol related. You would think.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, I'd blacked out many times and not knowing how the fuck I got home, but yeah, it was driving on suspended license. And Florida is the only state, look this shit up, I shit you not, the only state that holds habitual driving on a suspended license. They consider that a felony. So,
yeah, it's really serious out here. A couple of buddies of mine, they'd have a backlight that was out, and then it turns out they were driving on a suspended license, and then they end up in jail just for a light being on.
Yeah, on their first offense too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I recently had got pulled over coming down from, you ever heard of the Hippie Pool?
No, what's the Hippie Pool?
Hippie Pool is a place, it's off Yates Road, and out in the fucking boonies, that they allow, it's an old man and his dad who bought this property. It's a pool facility, Olympic-sized pool with 2 diving boards and whatnot. It's a little bit run down or whatnot, but they allow alcohol in this pool, and it's pretty much, fair game. They even allow a little bit of token if you go out in the field or out behind this little fence area. Anyway, so...
so that's why it's called the hippie pool, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hence the name. So ended up, I was coming from there, headed back home to Clearwater, and got pulled over by a sheriff. And at the time, I had about a quarter ounce on me.
Whoa, shoot!
Some really good shit, and ended up pulled me over. And thank God he wasn't downwind from it, because it was some loud shit.
Oh wow!
So, but at the time, my license was suspended, if I could get that right, for driving on not driving on a suspended license, but it had been suspended because the DMV hadn't gotten the new information for my insurance. Because I had dropped the previous one and they didn't get the new one for some reason or whatever reason. So anyway, thank God I got away with and I had been drinking too.
Oh wow!
some Fireball and what was it, Busch Light. So, but he didn't notice any of that shit. Just let me go with the ticket, but all it would have required me to do to unsuspend my license, to just go on the DMV and their website and update my information right there on the computer, would have saved. I wish I had thought about it at the time, but then again, I had been smoking.
Now you got fucked up. But yeah.
And now I got to contest it, and now I'm going to court.
Oh, shit.
It's shit like that caused me to go to rehab in the first place. Luckily, I didn't go again. So after my 3 year sabbatical, ended up moving back here to Lakeland. Talked to Joe, who's our guitarist now, and Matt Young. He's our lead guitarist. They came around and wanted to continue the project, only this time in the name of Amadeus. And so,
how long have you been playing with these guys?
Oh my God. Since 2003? No, excuse me, 2005. I've been with them since then. So it's been 10 years.
10 years? Wow. That is a long time, Matt. Well, I want you guys to hear Amadeus. Here's a track called Did You Scream? And let us know what you think.
Did you scream?
Winter Circle? Or?
No. The other one that plays bands.
Mad Hatter?
No, North Side, like past the mall, North Side.
Oh, okay.
Johnny G's. Johnny G's. After we played that show, he stopped playing with us. So we got on Craigslist, where I go to find all my shit. Very useful. Shout out to Craigslist. Ended up, what's it called?
Was someone looking for a drummer on Craigslist?
No. I looked for a bass player.
Oh, okay.
On Craigslist. That's what.
You were with them already.
Yeah, and ended up had found him on Craigslist. He came out, worked out beautifully, but ended up our singer, who is Mary Young, the sister of Matt, our guitarist. They ended up bringing her on shortly before he left. So, what's it called? We ended up all together on the album that she's on now. We ended up coming together like real nicely with what she brought her lyrics in for a lot of the stuff that Matt had put down. I brought in my set of lyrics for a bunch of the songs, and vocals on this album. I finally got a chance to sing. Had been wanting to, but
oh yeah, what song did you lay your vocals down on?
Let's see. I'd have to have the song.
Oh, the sheet.
Yeah. Oh, let me.
That's awesome.
Oh shit! Where's my phone? I'll look it up for you right quick.
And guys, I've been I checked out the Amadeus album a couple days ago, and it's really cool. I mean, it. I love the vocals. I love the second to the last track. If we get the listing, but yeah, that was my favorite one on the track. Oh yeah, later on we're gonna play you "My Nightmare," and yeah, let us know, guys, what you think of the track and stuff, and spread it around.
Yeah, "My Nightmare" seems to be like one of the.
Is that that's what people?
Favorites.
Yeah, that's people love it.
What was your favorite one off the album? While I look this list up, man. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, let me I need to find a list, but it was the second to last track on the album.
Oh, that was
yeah. It was like a slower one.
Oh, I can't remember now.
Yeah, and I remember I actually known you from a long time ago. You used to play did you ever go to shows in Lakeland, like during high school and college years?
Yeah, I've been to the Mad Hatter a couple times.
Yeah, didn't they do something recently? Or?
Oh yeah, they actually just started playing again. The guy who is the president and runs everything there had gone through some family issues, from what I know, and
oh, okay.
So he stopped for a little while. And now he just recently reopened, probably about 8 months to a year ago.
Yeah, that's the thing, guys. Lakeland, it used to have a really strong music scene, and like,
oh, it's gone, man.
Everyone would go to all these different shows, all these little hole-in-the-wall places in downtown Lakeland or on the north side, and it's all gone. I mean, the last real place was Lillian's, which turned into Preservation Hall, and then...
No, it went downhill from there.
Yeah. There's a rumor it might open up again, but who knows? But yeah, that's something we need. Our city needs to bring something like that in, like besides the big mega complex where the big bands come in. We need places for local music to play in Lakeland.
We really do, man. I mean, right now your options are pretty much Tampa, Orlando, and maybe some places out in Brandon, and
yeah.
Other than that, around this area at least, there's really nothing. There needs to be something done about this. But yeah, I finally dug up that list for you. I had to. It's sad. I had to go all the way back to Facebook to look this shit up. But "My Nightmare," I think, is my favorite and crowd favorites.
Oh, there it is. "Nobody."
Yeah, there you go.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to the whole thing twice, and everything is really solid. Who did you guys go with a producer this time?
No. We actually produce our own stuff.
Really?
Joe is,
Oh,
yeah.
is it Pro Tools rig?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
I mean, you
okay.
can't ask me too much about the techie
Oh,
side of
okay.
it because Matt and Joe.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, Joe. He records everything
Yeah.
and pushing spacebar, doing his thing, stopping and starting, and let's see. Then Matt takes it down, mixes it all, which is I hear a tedious job to do so.
And I
But-
gotta ask, there's a lot of drummers out there that want to know, was there a lot of mics during the recording, or how do they mic your drums?
See, I got 2 overhead condenser mics, and then my setup is I have a snare. I mic that up. See, 8, 10, 12, and 14 size toms, and all those are mic'd. And then I have I mic my hi hat, and I usually mic my snare underneath the snare drum, so it gets a little bit better pop. That's actually what we ended up doing on the recording as well. But yeah, fortunate enough, Joe went to what's it called?
Oh, he went to music school.
Yeah, out there in
Yeah.
Orlando. What's it
Oh,
called?
Full Sail?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, went there twice. Got 2 different degrees.
Oh, wow, that's a very nice school.
Oh my God, yeah. So we definitely lucked out with having him on the team. Like I said, he wrote the
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it
the
sounded
first
like
album.
you guys went in with a producer, so
yeah.
that's good. You have someone like that in a band that can do all the recordings, you know?
Yeah, well, he lucked out. Joe actually lucked out. Got a lump sum of money for some little old lady making an illegal U-turn and trashed his.
Are you
Xterra,
serious?
Swear to God! But his uncle is a bodily injury attorney.
Oh, wow.
So he got him a handsome ransom for that incident, and was able to not only go to the school, but purchase some legitimate equipment. After doing so.
Oh, wow.
So after years of that and building up our equipment, it's really good to have friends with money who can afford to get you the right gear. And
That is a
you in the
very
right
cool
direction.
story, yeah.
so yeah, I lucked out. I'm glad I stuck with them for as long as I have, man. It's been great.
How long have you been playing drums?
Yeah, since technically, if you want to include me banging on my very first rigged up drum set, which was my mom's wicker clothes basket, a upside down 5-gallon detergent bucket. We used that shit back then. It was cheap, but I had a pair of play school cymbals that my mom got me when I was a little kid. I wedged them up in my my bunk bed and tied them up there. So that was my hi-hat on the right-hand side, but I was playing open grip because the 5-gallon drum was right here on my left, cymbals over to the right, wedged in my bed, and just rocking out, and rocked out until the wicker basket. I beat it so much on the left-hand side of it that it just ended up crumpling over to the side like somebody just fucking gut checked them. But so that was me in like the 6th grade or the 5th grade, I think. That shit was gnarly, man. You gotta work with what you got. You know what I'm saying? People's is poor. So yeah, after that, I think that Christmas I sold my go-kart for my first set of drums, which I still play on. You still use the bass drum from that, and that was 90. When you're about 13, 12 or 13, yeah, 12 years old, or 10 or 11. Got my first pair of drums. So I'm 34 now. That's 23 years. Been a while, man. A little over 2 decades. Still drumming. I'll drum till I die.
And like, how long did like this whole album take to make? Was it a couple months, or did you guys go in 2 weeks and then do it?
Oh no.
Or it was a long process for you guys?
It was a horribly long process. We wanted to, make it perfect for you guys. So, yeah, we were real nitpicky on this, that, and the other. Took us some time writing lyrics because, like I said, we all kind of had a play in making all the songs.
Yeah.
Especially with doing harmonies on this one. You know, I'm singing on this album with Joe and Mary.
Oh no! Now that you got the list, yeah, which songs we could maybe hear you?
Let's see. My favorite one to play would have to be, let's see, Falling Down.
Falling Down? Oh, okay.
Is my favorite to play, but since the census is, what's it called? The popular, Did You Scream? No, My Nightmare, excuse me. Since everybody's favorite is the My Nightmare, I say, you rule that one. But.
Yeah, I really want to go see you guys play soon.
Yeah, man. I know there's one tonight, and you just told me you couldn't go.
Yeah,
it makes me sad inside, Robert.
Someone told me you guys played at Zombie Fest.
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
It was great up until the point that we were the last band to go on, and ended up. We didn't play, and we were supposed to play at 10:30, and didn't go on until about almost 11 o'clock. The sound, and it happens every single time. I don't know what it is. I'm cursed. There's either something wrong with the monitor, or something to where I can't hear, and I'm having to listen. If all you drummers out there would know what the hell I'm talking about, if you're trying to play your drums and listen to the music that's being played on the house speakers that are facing out into the crowd and not back at you. Yeah, it sucks. So every single that happened that night. I'm hoping tonight my band's playing a show. I'm hoping that doesn't happen tonight. But
where's the show tonight and stuff?
Show tonight is going to be at AJ Slammers out in Winter Haven. A couple of my buddies who are in bands have also played out there. I'll give a shout out to Unkempt and Dark Summer. But yeah, they're two of my favorite local bands in Lakeland. And they played out there before, so they always say it's a good crowd out there. So tonight shouldn't be any different. We're playing at like 10:30, so we got the final slot. We should be packed by then. All those latecomers, they have their cheapos. They like to get
okay.
The pregame it people. Hey, I'm one of them.
Do you sell your CDs at the shows?
We are working on the cover art for this latest album.
Oh, okay.
There was a glitch in it, so we had to send the copies and stuff back.
Oh, I hear. Yeah, I heard the process with the CDs.
Yeah.
There's always delays, and it's always because something happens.
Exactly. That's why we normally don't like to post. We're coming out with the CD to be out now.
Yeah.
Because we don't like hiccups. So it's like a surprise.
Yeah. Well, that's good. They'll be perfect, and we'll get until then, you can buy it online on Bandcamp, right?
Yeah, you can purchase it on Bandcamp. If you're lucky enough, I might send Robert a what's it called? That code. Remember the code I sent you?
Yeah, you should send.
A lucky caller or something like that. If you ever have somebody call into your show or have somebody else on your show.
Yeah, and I definitely want you back, and maybe you and another member.
Oh yeah.
And we could talk. Yeah.
Yeah, I say
cool.
Bring some people on.
Where do y'all practice?
We actually we used to have a warehouse that we practiced out of, but it's always been Joe Rodda, the guitar player. He
did he go to high school with us?
Yeah. He
did.
He's a year younger than us, and he was a junior when we were a senior.
Oh, okay.
And his dad is the big shout out to Rodda Construction. You've heard of Rodda Construction, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they ended up having availability in one of their warehouses. We turned it into our recording studio and our practice space. It was pretty
no, I do remember him now. Yeah.
Good peoples, right?
Yeah, I didn't know you guys were in a band together, and then I saw it on the website, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Long time.
It
had been a long time.
Was he a newer member, or he's been there?
He's been there from the get go.
Oh, okay.
Remember I told you how Matt was in a couple other bands before he joined.
Yeah.
So, and if I didn't, Matt had been in a couple other bands previously. So, in those previous bands, like when he first started the project, Joe was like one of the techies, doing like the sound for him and the hooking everything up and knew how to run shit. So, Yeah, from the get-go. And then we finally brought him on as our bass player and eventually singer, because we got rid of a singer and didn't have one for a while. We were just making music in hopes of finding a singer. And
Wow, I just realized it's time to play another song. Here's My Nightmare from Amadeus, and we'll be right back.
This is my nightmare. I can't sleep tonight. I'm in my nightmare. I won't sleep tonight. Another sleepless night. With the memory of you alive in my thoughts, but dead in my mind. These nightmares keep coming through. You are lost in mine. I am stuck in mine. I can't seem to move. Awake with a feeling of freedom, asleep with haunting fears. How can I even move on with all the nightmares of tears? You are lost in mine. I am stuck in mine. We are caught in mine. You have fucked my life. I can't seem to move. This is my nightmare. I'm in my nightmare. All day and all night, I think of you. All day and all night, I'm losing you. In my sleep, there is no rest unless I let go of you. In my sleep there is no rest unless I forgive you. In my sleep there is no rest unless I wake from you.
Hey, this is Robert and Matt. We're back. We just played the track My Nightmare from Amadeus, and we got a special surprise for you guys.
yeah, I totally randomly called my singer up while she's driving here into town right before we play. And what, you're feeling a little under the weather?
Just a little bit, but I'll be okay.
Yeah, super trooper.
Yeah, hello everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really excited. We were going through the whole history of your band. Is there anything special about this song you want to tell us?
Yeah, I think I wrote it about my first love. I was 23, I was with this guy, and then, when you break up with somebody and, like, it's been years later and you still have these dreams about them, and it's annoying because it's been years, you feel like you're over that person, and it's like a nightmare. So, I wrote it about him. But I will say, I haven't had a dream about him, I don't think at all this year, so that's been kind of good.
Yeah. On to bigger and better things. Like this band.
Right. But breakups and all those sad things are all fodder for me to write songs. In a way, it's kind of like I'm Taylor Swift doing that.
Yeah, I feel you, because whenever I partake in writing, I was telling everybody earlier about how, our recording process goes, or our, creating of the songs process, and was saying how much my lyrics of them, all my emotions go into them, and
exactly.
For better.
I mean, it sucks that when these things happen in our lives, but they're the best for writing music about.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So yeah, you gonna be ready for tonight?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure since we're headlining and it's going to be at 11 o'clock tonight, by that time I will feel much better. I'll feel much better.
Now are y'all gonna play the album through and through, or do you change up the order of the songs?
We're changing up the order of the songs. Our last show we did a cover, which was a lot of fun. We did Poker Face by Lady Gaga. But unfortunately at this venue, I think they're ASCII and BMI, is that what it is?
Yeah.
And so we can't play the song. So we're going to play all of our songs. Just not everything. I think there's a couple parts from the album that we're not playing.
Oh, that's right. We only have like a 40-minute set or something like that.
Yeah, so we had to cut it short a little bit, which is okay. How it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, last time I was also telling him about Zombie Fest and how much of a clusterfuck of event that was.
Oh my God, it was terrible. We had like 4 songs left and they told us to stop. As much as I wanted to enjoy being able to perform, I'm not gonna lie, I was angry the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, to the extent we literally had to stop at the second or the chorus of the first song due to the fact her microphone just went totally out and I couldn't hear it anyway.
So you never know how important it is to have a competent sound team. These are the people that are hooking up your equipment and making sure that the crowd can actually even hear you in the first place.
Yeah, and that we can hear ourselves. That's muy importante for me.
Exactly. And, for us, we've been a band for such a long time, and so we're well established. And then for us to run a show like that is a big disappointment because, we have the ability to play an amazing show, and we weren't able to do that. And it's aggravating.
Yeah. It definitely is. So we're hoping tonight it goes a lot better. We're actually getting together and trying to work out all the kinks so we know what to tell them tonight. And so hopefully...
Exactly.
No mistakes.
Yeah. Well, if you guys are in the area, come out and see us. We'd love to play for you guys.
Do y'all have any other shows coming up soon?
I don't think we have any set shows, but we have a couple of things in the works, so nothing confirmed as of yet. I know we'd like to play some more shows in the Orlando area, because that would be easier. I also live there, but nothing set.
Yeah, we're trying to go coast to coast, from Orlando to Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater area.
Yeah, we want to cover it all. And then maybe it'll be from Orlando to, like, a European tour to California, like, all over the place.
Oh my God! That would be so cool if y'all came out everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have a big following in Russia and Germany, which is wild.
Oh, I just heard from another podcast some wild stories of bands like they take a taxi somewhere and they get stranded somewhere in Russia. Like it's really crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
But but it's a great experience, just to travel and get out there, get your
Absolutely.
music out there.
It's all part of the process.
Oh yeah.
You got to get
Definitely.
unstuck and unfucked quick as an initiation. That's crazy. But
Do y'all ever do like an acoustic set?
We haven't, but that would be. I think that would be fun. Kind of like that MTV Unplugged thing. I think we totally can do that with our song.
Yeah, you could. Huh?
Yeah. I think that would be awesome. So actually, we should talk about that.
yeah, and getting on the radio.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're up and coming.
Mhm.
Everybody, look for us.
But I definitely did.
Amadeus. Amadeus.
Look it up. Google Play, iTunes. We're on Spotify too.
Oh, good. You're on. Are you on Pandora too?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're working on our what's it called? The legalization or the legal
Oh,
side
yeah,
of it.
that-
'Cause,
Yeah, there's a lot of legal stuff that happens to do that.
yeah,
Dude, but
we're working
Spotify
on
is
it.
awesome, so that's gonna get some exposure.
definitely.
Sure. Well, okay, guys.
All right, get back
I am now
to
on I-4, so it's crazy on this road.
Yes, be careful out there and have fun tonight at the show, you guys.
Thank you.
it. All right, see you after a bit.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
Robert Hatfield Show listeners can get a free ride from Lyft with promo code ROBERT2278. Lyft offers friendly, affordable rides with a touch of a button. Use promo code ROBERT2278 for a free ride up to $25.
Yeah, guys, that was Mary from Amadeus. She's the lead singer. She's also related to the guitarist.
Yeah,
Okay.
Matt Young. If I haven't told you yet, had brought her on about a year and a half ago to start this new album, and she played a show of our old album, but we had by then brought her on, and she learned all those old songs as well. So
Oh, is she singing some of the songs he sung before?
yeah, actually,
Oh,
one of the
okay.
songs that we had. Time
was-
Decays is one of the songs off the old album. I don't think we're playing it tonight.
Oh, okay. You guys redid it with her.
Yeah,
Oh,
redid
okay.
it with her, and sounds good. Sounds good. We played that at that Johnny G show that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
That turned out well. But yeah, she has been one of the cornerstones of writing this new album that we have, My Nightmare. So,
I really love her voice on this album. And yeah, I want to bring you guys back in for like another episode, maybe in a month or so, and yeah, just learn more about you guys.
yeah, hell yeah. Well, you had asked me earlier about if there was anything else I wanted to talk about.
Oh yeah,
Like conspiracy theories and shit.
oh yeah. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, and they've been getting into some crazy conspiracy stuff.
Dude, I'm telling you, the information is out there. If people would just take a little bit of time to listen, there's so much out there that say if somebody were to lie to you this many times, 10 times about, small events, big events, whatever, eventually you're just not going to trust them. But there's still people out there that, since they're not hearing this information, then they're duped.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my opinion. Like, the one person that I really like is Jon Stewart. He does have sometimes his little one-sided comments and thoughts and theories, but for the most part, he's going after both sides and, exposing everybody's, bullshit.
Yeah.
And that's a major network, they do have the highest ratings. You know, I think it's
What
because
What do you think of the guy that replaced him? Have you checked him out?
yeah,
It's just not the same,
It
right?
really isn't. How do you follow that shit?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He's good. There are a lot of great ones out there, man, that they're super
I like
intelligent.
I like Colbert, but I didn't like his maybe some of his political opinions on his old show, but and even but just as an actor, like from Strangers with Candy, and
Yeah.
I like him as a comedic actor, but I don't necessarily agree with all his politics, you know.
Yeah.
But him and Jon Stewart, they are very entertaining, and they make good points. And these conspiracies, there's conspiracies about the people who tell us the conspiracies. So the rabbit hole just never ends. You just keep going down and down, and that's just how it is.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, sometimes I got to walk away from the stuff for a little while to revamp and collect my thoughts. You know, it's exhausting knowing all this stuff, but I would rather like to know than not to know. Like, at least I'm prepared for it when it does happen, even if there's nothing I could do to stop it. I'm prepared.
Would you get an underground bunker or storable foods?
Bro, if I had the money, I would. Even if shit didn't happen in my lifetime, I would pass this on, because eventually, if you look at the progression from, we'll go from the 20s all the way to now, that's a huge, leap for mankind. You know what I'm saying? In the bad direction. Onto the dark side of the moon we go. You know?
Oh, and about the moon, there's a weird conspiracy, like how Obama came up and said, "Oh, we already been to the moon, so why do we need to go there?" But that there's some alien stuff or a base up at the moon, so we no longer go up there like NASA or
no shit.
Or they go there as a secret, not on record. So
yeah,
yeah,
like
he came out, yeah,
on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, the side that you can't see.
Yeah.
Isn't there a face on there or a face? Or
yes.
That was strange. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that in Facebook and had fact checked it, and there were several sources that had said to the yes, and I for one, I'm going to believe it. There's crazy. I mean, I know they say psychology, your brain can put this, that, and the other together because it looks like it. We'll associate with it, but I'm gonna have to call bullshit on that one and go ahead and agree with the there's a face.
Oh, I wanted to get back to music real quick. Just how the music industry has changed, and it's almost better to be an independent band and go on tour and sell your CDs and merch out there, because if you're with the label, they just take so much of that money, and you pretty much end up with nothing unless you're like super like Lady Gaga or Britney Spears,
Yeah, they
it's really hard for music, Yeah,
they sell a lot of merchandise, and
but it's good to be
tour.
it's good to be an independent band and tour and just have that following, and that's all you need really is the people out there just buying your records and your merch,
Yeah. That's why I'm excited about this new CD we got, and the people that we have right now with the lineup in our band, is because everybody's like-minded, and we are now where we didn't get a chance to play out too many times in the past, are now set up with the right gear, the right songs, the right members, and the right time. There's really nothing big coming out that doesn't sound like another band and doesn't sound like another band.
Yeah.
So that being said, our music to me sounds original. I mean, yeah, it does have, everybody else's musical taste in there, from like rock to what's it called, alternative to pop, and
and I wanted to ask you about this upcoming election. Is there anyone out there you actually like, or are you a Trump fan?
I am not. I am a nobody fan. I wish somebody third party would come in and just.
Yeah, I mean, this year Trump, I really think he's just being controlled, and he's like the fall guy for Hillary because he won't actually win. So.
Oh yeah, he's the monkey.
I think it's gonna be Bush or Clinton, because they already had people in the office before, and they're pretty close with all those special interests,
Yeah.
But I don't know. I still don't know who it will be for sure though, because it is interesting that there are a couple people it could be. You know.
Yeah. There's a guy on YouTube. I forget the gentleman's name. I'll have to get back with you on another podcast. But
Oh, okay.
it was out talking to people who were females who were out going to a Hillary Clinton book signing.
Yeah.
I think in like Boston or something like that. And he was asking them why they wanted to vote for Hillary.
Yeah.
You know, what their views were or what Hillary's views were. And, you know, what they believed in. He kind of walked him into the corner because first he asked what they, you know, believe in. And, you know, are you for this? Are you for that? You know, are you against this? Are you against that? Then he went into talking about Hillary, saying, well, are you pro-Hillary and why? You know, is it just because she's a woman or is it because of her views?
Yeah.
You know, and then went intermittently back to, you know, and you wouldn't really be able to trust somebody that did all this, would you? You know what I'm saying? After they just said, this is bad, and then they said, this person is good, said, all right, you wouldn't trust this person, then they say, oh, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but Hillary Clinton has done literally all of these things. Like, she's pro-war and all kinds of other stuff. I don't have time to go into details. Like I said, I'll give you the video and the name of the guy that goes around doing this, but if you look up on YouTube, gun rights... stupid gun rights people, he's one of the people in his video will show up.
Oh, okay. Are you for the right to bear arms?
I am. I actually am trying to. I think I have a. What's the Monday after this weekend? What's that date? Like the 12th or something like that?
Oh, I don't know.
No, excuse me. It's
a
the
holiday?
17th. The 17th.
Oh.
I am going to get my fingerprints done and turn in my application to get my concealed weapons permit. So I'm definitely pro-gun.
Yeah.
But it should be concealed.
Yeah.
I say no open carry because that just, in my opinion, would get you killed. If I'm coming in to rob somebody and I see a motherfucker with a gun on their hip, you are the first motherfucker going down, son. I am sorry about your luck. So if you conceal carry it, yeah, there'd be less. I think a gun carrying community is a safer community.
Yeah, because
you don't know if this motherfucker has a gun across the street. They have a straight line of shot to you. You try to do something with a gun, boom, boom, from the person you didn't know had a gun. You know, I think it would cut down. Might not, eliminate it.
Yeah.
But damn sure would cut down and do more than taking the guns away because look at pot.
Yeah.
You know, it's illegal. Motherfuckers still get a lot of it.
Yeah.
So that to me is ridiculous. That if you take away the rights of somebody who might be responsible, then yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you're fucked. You leave all those people fucked with the people getting illegal guns. That never stops. Just because you say you take away doesn't mean they can't get it.
Yeah, because even if you ban them, the criminals will still be able to get them, you know?
Yeah, so...
They don't care, you know?
You're fucking the wrong people here, guy. Leave the guns and make it a fair fight, but let us carry them around. Conceal. So, and actually, the percentage rate, I questioned the lady over at the Tampa Department of Agriculture is where I'm going. I'm going right to the source instead of mailing that shit in.
Oh, you're showing up.
Yeah, going in to do everything right there. It's $112 to do it right now in Florida.
Oh.
Yeah, so, and I had to get a little bit extra paperwork for that. Remember I told you I was rehab?
Yeah.
I had to get some papers saying that I was done with rehab because that was a felony, like I said. Bullshit. But I got my rights back.
This is personal, but what can I ask you what made you go to rehab?
Oh, that was the option of either the state giving me 3 to 5 years in prison or rehab. My lawyer, long story short, I had smoked probably about 2 weeks prior. So when it came time to court, they said, well, we will reinstate you if you can pass a drug test right now. Yeah. And ended up, I was not going to be able to pass a drug test right then and there. So told my lawyer, said, hey, man, I'm not going to be able to pass a drug test. And he goes, well, go ahead and, take the test anyway, and then I'll work it this way. So while I'm back there waiting, he comes out and tells me that he's worked out to where you can either go to a year of rehab, at your choosing. You can choose where you want out of these 3 right here. And I said, I'll take that. And I said, well, because what's the other side got showing for me? He goes, yeah, you're looking at least 3 years minimum, 5 years maximum. But they were probably going to end up giving me, I'd spend about at least a year and 3/4 to 2 years on that 3-year sentence. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe 2 years and 3 months.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to do that. I'd rather go away for a year and Not for 3 years in prison, mind you.
Would you ever try to take something like some people take Certo, that gelatin, or one of those drinks from GNC to pass the test? Have you ever done that?
I did. I used to drink a stuff called Q Carbo, and it was the 7-Eleven or whatever brand.
Did it work?
It did. It did. If you followed the instructions to the T, not smoke the day prior, and not eat a lot the day prior, or like at dinner, like skip dinner.
Yeah.
Wake up in the morning, or whenever you have to have the test. Don't eat anything. Just keep drinking water the whole time. That's why I usually schedule my tests in the morning. So end up drink the stuff an hour prior, and then I show up exactly at that hour that I got there. So the medicine's working all 6 hours after that, or until you smoke again, obviously. But it worked until I was in probation. One of my last probation for that driving on a suspended license that I went to the East Coast for and did rehab was on the East Coast. So ended up I failed that one. It came up like very faint, and I it was a shitty setup. My probation officer had taken the day off, and he was pretty chill. But ended up, the officer of the day was a female, and something was up her ass that day. She was pissed off, and ended up gave me 3 different panels of tests: a 5-panel, a 10-panel, and a 15-panel test to take a drug test.
Yeah.
And I passed them all except for the 3-panel, which is supposed to be the least one, but I failed it for pot.
Yeah.
Showed it very faint, and she was like, "Well, tell your probation officer about it whenever you see him again." So that whole 2 weeks, I tried to get in touch with him to tell him about this. I wanted to talk about the drug test, and he said "Oh, don't worry about it. I don't know what happened." And I told him the story, and he goes, "Well, just talk to me about it when you come in next time." So I'm all scared shitless, because usually they just want you to come to them so I don't got to run and chase you down. You know what I'm saying? But ended up nothing ever came up about it again, so I scathed out of that one. And
wow, you got really lucky. Recently I quit smoking for about 30 days because I had a job interview coming up, and I heard from friends that you drink this gelatin called Certo that you buy at Walmart. It's this stuff to make Jello, and I did the at-home test, and I still failed it, even with the Certo.
Oh man!
So I ended up going to the job interview, taking a chance, and then they just never called me back. So that's the end of that story. Yeah. I just never got that job.
Well, what I have used now currently, it's the gas station up there on the corner of County Line Road, leading out towards I-4, right where those 2 gas stations are.
Yeah.
On the left-hand side, you have Hillsborough County. On the right side of County Line Road, you have Polk County. Well, just in Hillsborough County, it's legal for them to sell.
Is it Twilight
pipes.
Zone? Or?
No, that's way down on 60. I'm talking about County Line Road at I-4.
Oh, at I-4.
Not on 60 is where the Twilight is.
Oh, okay.
But the if you're going towards I-4 on County Line Road, on the left-hand side, I think it's a Chevron or some shit. They sell pipes, and they sell this. It's like a urine luck, where it's fake pee, and it comes in a little 3-ounce bottle. That's all you need. I heat mine up in the microwave and put it down my pants in something like a shirt to keep the warmth in. And I normally heat it up once to try to get the temperature, how it drops on the little pill bottle. Because your pee on the test has to be it has to stain at a different heat level on their heating strip. I think it's blue and green where it's supposed to be. So it even has that strip on this fake pee, and you warm it up and time it to see, okay, about how long do you have for it to die down, how long you need to be there. So, having all said that, I prep. Anytime I do something, I'm doing it right. So, ended up going there and passed with flying colors, and it was for an assisted living facility that I was working for. And you know how they test horribly because you're working with the elderly, so of course.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, there's all kinds of messed up shit that happened there, but I won't go into that. That's for another one, another day. We'll be posting more of our stuff on Facebook. Is right now our biggest point of communication. So hit up Facebook, look up Amadeus, or facebook.com/AmadeusFL. Check us out.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening to the Robert Hatfield Show podcast. Please follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and other social media outlets.
You walk through the door and I can hear you breathe. But you didn't think that I saw secretly that you already gave up on what we made up and we fight again. Is this the end? 'Cause nobody wants to be alone. Nobody wants to be alone. And I'm here again. I'm alone. Can you hear my soul? So here is another bump in the road. Can we even make it, or should we just fold? Endless crying, endless fighting, and we're here again. Is this the end? 'Cause nobody wants to be alone. Nobody wants to be alone. And I'm here again. I'm alone. Can you hear my soul? You walk through the door and I can hear you